Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Villains on the Rebirth server. We are with Nightmare Lass, our level 47 Mastermind, who has 28 million XP, 1.5 million plus to go to get to level 48. We have 97 million infamy because I just sold something or other for 5 million on the auction house. And we are on a story arc for Vernon von Grun, and it is Monday, so I believe we are off of triple XP. So that means we're not going to be gaining the XP as fast, and when we're finished with Vernon Grun, we probably won't be level 48, and so then I will get to level 48 off screen. But we'll see what happens. Vernon says the Hamadon. So we're trying to screw with the Devouring Earth for him. So the Hamadon is now blind to our work in Eden, as blind as the established scientific community. The time has come to plant the growth bombs and transform the devouring earth. So we agree to do this. These four devices are works of true genius. Each is filled with the mutated strain of the will of the earth. Note the green color that I call the force of the earth. This mutant strain emits a psychic signal to grow and multiply all devouring earth creatures. When each device goes off, the initial signal will be amplified 100-fold and then sustained by a dispersed mutant bacterium. Then the force of the earth is harmlessly dies off. Sure it does. Taking any infected devouring earth with it, all of Paragon City will be crushed. Moo ha 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 ha. So I guess what's going to happen is we're going to do this, and then he's going to find out that it's not actually letting them die off, and we're going to have to go in and take them out, and including some elite boss or other. We gained a bunch of reward merits, I think 150 from today's veteran rewards. So we have 272, so we're getting close to enough to actually buy another Doctored Wounds on this guy if we want to. Or we could buy a resistance set on Soul Mastery, but I think we're going to do the Doctored Wounds one first, because again that buffs the healing. It'll buff resistances a little bit, but what I really want to do, since my character is basically a heal bot at this point, is make sure we buff the healing so that we can heal our buddies as much as possible. So now we're going to go in here. Wow, that vehicle hasn't loaded in yet all the way to here. Jeez. We're going to go in here, and we will plant the devices. So 4 devices to place. Let's see where the first one is. Is there anybody around? There isn't anybody close enough to bother me, so we'll place this one. We're going to want to summon pets before we place the final one, because we could get ambushed. We might actually get ambushed here. It doesn't look like it. So let's go ahead and place the other 2 devices, and then when we get to the final one, we will summon pets in case we get ambushed. Is there anybody around here? There is not. Yeah, this is like not good level design. What they should have probably done was made sure there were some bosses around here or some enemies or something, because otherwise you can just sort of stealth your way through the whole thing. And by the way, this is why ambushes exist and why they auto know where you are, because the developers didn't want people just stealthing their way through missions like this. And again, as I've said in the past, my response to them was, then don't make missions people want to stealth their way through. This is this huge giant outdoor mission where with all these pointless battles against just plain old minions, and it's huge, and there are just 4 places to go. So why would I want to clean the whole thing out? That's not the goal of the mission. I don't know, maybe we don't need to summon our minions here. Let's take a chance. See what happens. Oh, alright, so here we're going to probably need them because it looks like we got to go underneath. Right, it's down there. So we may have to fight our way into this one. Oh, no we don't. Alright, let's just do it. Take a chance. I should have fought some minions in here just to see if the XP is still tripled. I don't think it is. 30,000 XP. I think that's a normal amount. We're going to get attacked here, but we can just head out. I think 30,000 is about the normal amount, but we gotta fight minions. The minions were getting us like, I think about 5,000 each on triple XP, and the lieutenants were getting us like 12,000. So we'll be able to tell once we fight those guys. The winter event is going till January 10th. Today is the 4th. The winter event's going to January 10th, but I don't know if the winter event also means the XP buff because there was a winter event going on before the XP buff started. So I think that's over. But it didn't actually say anything in the announcement, so we'll find out when we fight our next set of villains. So, he says, the timers on the devices will go off any minute now. Soon the world will be awash in televised coverage of Paragon City. Any moment now, hopeless heroes, terrified citizens, buildings toppled, the whole thing. What's going on? Where's my panic and terror? Where are the nightmare's destruction? Something has gone wrong. Oh, that was totally unpredictable. This is terrible. Nothing bad is happening. We did everything perfectly, but something has gone wrong. My plans are all off track. Mad science isn't supposed to go wrong like this. No. Mad science is supposed to just be perfect. That's why it's called mad science, because it never goes wrong. But the true test of a mad scientist is how much worse you can make things go wrong. Okay. I must examine my notes. It can't have been my scientific genius, and you're too capable of villain to make a mistake. I think I know somebody else's fault. I think I know who, but it won't be easy. You might want to gather some allies, so we're going to have to lower this back to +0. Here it is in my notes. Eden is often controlled by a spirit called the Woodsman, who helps keep the devouring earth in check. The Woodsman's powers could easily keep the bombs from detonating. Under no circumstances should I proceed with the plan until the Woodsman has been discorporated and can no longer interfere. It looks like a page out of that page fell out of my 3-ring notebook. Oops, he forgot. Take some fresh creeper seeds. They're the last batch for a while, so use them well. So if we're going to fight the Woodsman, my guess is he's an elite boss, so we're going to need to lower the mission difficulty. So I will do that and bring you back when we're ready to go back into the mission. Alright, folks, we're back. I think we're going to head in here. I think I may just try to find the Woodsman and fight him first, rather than trying to beat my way over to him. Well, let's see what the goal of the mission is. Just defeat the Woodsman, right? And these are all +0s, so well, I will give it this set of missions. They are telling me right where everything is. So the Woodsman, I guess, is over here. So we're going to find him. We're going to see if we can clear around him after we summon our minions, and then just fight him, and we'll see. Yeah, they're all white cons around here, it looks like. There is the Woodsman. He is an elite boss. There's some devouring earth. I don't know if they're actually going to fight with him. Probably. It's just the one devouring earth there. Well, that's not too very bad at all. Oh, almost blundered into these guys. Alright, so let's clear out over here so that I can, so that we don't have any issues. We're just going to clear a little bit out. And then we will go, we'll teleport the buddy. We'll buff, we'll teleport the buddy, kill the buddy really fast, and then go get the Woodsman. It's probable that some number of the enemies must be defeated in this area. Usually defeating a guy means defeat him and all the guys around him. Indoors, it would be everybody in his larger room. But there isn't a room here, so there's some larger zone here that counts. Potentially, and so we'll just beat up some characters. There's one of the bombs that we enabled. Okay, nobody around there. There's some guys. So we'll take them out. It's interesting that there are only 2 minions per spawn here instead of 3. It's a little odd. Oh, and there's rubble. And there is a Devouring Earth that might aggro him. There's nobody else around. So let's start buffing our guys. We'll give Curly Hell on Earth. And Painbringer. Fire Portal to Pain. Turn on Tactics. Turn on our Mez Defense. Teleport this guy over here. We're ready to go. Alright boys, come with me. Oh, let's take out the Rebels. They're such a pain. Alright, head up and attack. Whoops, attack. There we go, I wasn't targeting him. And we will lower his defense. Okay, everybody doing alright? And he's doing some entangles, so we gotta give them Mez defense. That will help. Oh boy. He turned giant. Or no, he summoned a boss. Oh boy, that's gonna be trouble. Let's fight the weaker guys first. Spear tree, we gotta get rid of that. Come on, kill the spear tree. What are you guys doing? I might not be able to win this fight. Look at this. He killed everybody. Wow. Alright, back up, guys. See if we can pull out of that spear tree. All that's left is Eni. Alright, well, I'll try to resummon. And he caught me. Ah, defeated. Well, I don't know if I can beat him. Because he summons all that crap. And my guys then don't outnumber him. So I'm not sure. Let's see. We do have some team inspirations we could maybe grab. There's team defense, so we can grab that. There's team damage, we can grab that. I can take a defense amplifier. I thought there was another team thing that I had. Doesn't look like it. That's all the team stuff I have. We're gonna need another break free, it looks like, because he does a lot of mezzing. So let's grab a couple of them. I mean, I just don't have enough to do it to all my minions. I can put this on them, but it only lasts like a minute. Alright guys, I'm going to head back there and we'll try to beat him again. I don't know if we're going to be able to. We'll see. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. I'm going to make one more try at this. If we get wiped again, I'm going to -1. Okay, team defense and all that. Alright, let's go after him. There's nobody else here. All of his spawns are gone, so we'll just go after him and hope. And I'm going to start giving my minions Mez defense as we go. I think we're just going to focus on him and just try to kick his butt and do the best we can. I think getting distracted and fighting the other things doesn't work. We've just got to pound him. That's it. Get him. Come on, guys. Get him. Very close. We're very close. Got him. Excellent. Well done. Alright, out we go. Yep, I think it was a mistake to get distracted by all his little summoned guys. The key is to fight him. And that is the end of the story arc. Taking a look at XP. We got 40,000 for defeating him. I'm just not sure. It looks like 3,000 XP for defeating minions, which looks like it's not boosted. I'm not really sure because we are on patrol XP. So I'm really not sure whether we're on triple XP yet or not. Story arc last time was like 125,000 or something, I think. So let's call him and see what he says. Yeah, 80,000. So we're not on, whatever, it was 160 maybe last time. We're not on the boosted XP as much, it looks like. The woodsman has been defeated. But still, nothing is happening. The bomb should have gone off. There should have been more images of terror. This is driving me mad. How will I ever rule the world if I can't accomplish a plan this simple? Gee, you're not going to rule the world, buddy. Let's see what mission he has next. Oh, Nightmare Lass, it's good to see you. I'm sorry. It's just that this string of failures is weighing heavily on me. I had dreamed of watching the world, you know, tremble before my scientific genius and stuff. But all these failures, mad scientist, pa. I should be happy if they'll employ me at a mad shop teacher after this. I had the help of the most powerful villains in the world. And what do I have to show for it? Oh, where on the graph do loser and wannabe meet? That's right. X equals Vernon Grun. You'll still work with me, Nightmare Lass, even after all that's gone wrong. Well then, I'll pull myself together. If I'm a mad scientist, then I have to act like one. And the first rule of science, whether sane or mad, is to examine the evidence. Nightmare Lass, I need you to return to Eden and find out what's going on. There may be some longbow in the area. They may know something. So we have to go find out what went wrong. And we're right here, so that's convenient. What do we get as rewards here? And we're maxed on salvage again. You know, one of the things I actually did off screen was I went back to the base. And I knew I was going to need some endurance reducers and things like that, so I made a few. And heals. So I made a few for the upcoming slots in Painbringer and Tactics, and then I realized after making them, and I just did that to like get rid of some extra salvage. And we're on +0, aren't we? After making them, I realized I have a whole bunch that I unslotted that are in my enhancement table. So I didn't even need to make them. Okay, well this is going to be silly, because I forgot to put it up to +1, but that's alright. And it's really interesting thinking about how I've talked about the swingy nature of the missions in City of Heroes, and how at this level, and really throughout the upper levels from like level 35 or so on, you can do +1 or even +2 missions as long as there isn't a boss, an elite boss. But if you're fighting an elite boss, oh, there's a scientist we have to get. And we're going to probably lead him out, so that's going to be fun. So what was I saying? You need a +0 mission to defeat the elite boss, but you can fight +2 missions if there's no elite boss, and so it's like trivially easy if there's no elite boss. This guy's Sonic, so let's put some Mez defense on Curly, just so he doesn't do anything to him, and I'll lower his defense. I can't lower his defenses yet. Oh yes, I can. I moved this by accident. Let's lower. Whoops. He got out of my range because I was busy looking at my my hotbar. That was stupid. But we've got him. And yeah, it's a lead out mission. Okay. Let's go find the other set of guys. And we'll just head over there and then we'll come back. And, like, is he following me? I don't even care. Now he's not following me, so we'll just go back to him later. He can't be shot or defeated, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I talked about the swingy nature. How in +0 missions it's trivial unless you fight an elite boss, and in +2 missions it's interesting and challenging, but you're dead if you're fighting an elite boss, at least with a Mastermind. And so I talked about how it's very swingy. And I was watching this video by a guy, I can't remember his name, he calls himself like the DM Lich or something like that. But he was saying that he was talking about essentially the swingy nature of the high-level game. Somebody had asked him, and I mentioned the high-level game of all games, but also D&D earlier, and somebody who was starting to DM higher-level characters, specifically level 11 and above, the guy said, he was like, you know, how do I deal with this? Because once they get into the double digits of levels, it's just like they become gods. And so he was talking about, he gave a bullet point list of things that you need to consider when doing the upper level game. And one of the things he talked about was that most encounters end up either being trivial or deadly, right? The vast majority of them are trivial, and then when you make something that is really difficult, it can actually kill them. And so, how are we going to get this guy out of here? He's never going to be able to climb up. He's never going to be able to climb up. This is like sandbag the player. This is a crap design. He's not going to be able to get up this slope, is he? Maybe he will. Is he coming? Okay, he is. All right, not so bad. All right, out we go. You don't have to worry too much about him following, or we shouldn't have to because there aren't any corridors here. So we're just going to head straight back, and if we get ambushed, we fight the bad guys. We do have to get this other guy who should be right up ahead. And get him to follow us. So anyway, one of the things he said about the high-level game in D&D is, he didn't use the word, but he essentially, here comes an ambush. No, we lost the other guy. This is going to be fun. One guy after the other getting lost. And now he's going to wander around and go away. Come on. So he's lost. Look at this. Great example of absolute crap design. Look at this. I'm going to have to creep through this because they can't follow me. Anyway, he was talking about, he didn't call it swingy, but what he was saying is that if they just can't navigate the minions, that if you're playing in the high level game in D&D, that you're either fighting challenges that are trivial, right, or you're fighting something, come on, or you're fighting something that is unbelievably brutal and can, like, things that can one-shot the players, right? And so he was just saying you have to be careful because there's a lot of this kind of swinginess. He didn't call it that. And I thought, boy, this reminds me a lot of City of Heroes, and particularly the upper level game of City of Heroes that's also very swingy. You're either barely hanging on by your fingernails. More rubbles, that's just great. You're either barely hanging on by your fingernails, like we were in that against the elite boss in the last mission, or you're sleepwalking through it because it's too easy. Now we have to get up there again. And of course these guys don't fly. So I'm going to actually turn invisible, let them lose me. They're not going to be able to see me. I just want to see how the heck I get up there with them. I probably might hate this mission more than any other mission I've ever played in City of Heroes. This is just so bad. Because of the verticality, they can't climb up these things, I don't think. I mean, let me try and see if I can run up them. I don't think I can. So now I'm going to have to find a spot that you can run up. Over this way, maybe? Can we get up here? Alright, so we can get up here. Alright, so let's bring the minions. Oh, I can't. Yeah, let's bring the minions up there. They should come. They'll aggro some things, I don't care. And I'm going to go get the other guys. And the minions will take care of whatever they aggroed. Oh, actually, we're going to need them over here, aren't we? Come over here. Alright, you two. Let's go. And we'll just let the minions fight whatever they have to fight. I don't care. Alright, and then fight the boulder. Fight the other boulder. And then come over here. I think we can get up this way, right? You guys coming? Can they get up here? Yes, excellent. Alright. So now the minions go there. And there we go. We're all set. I really hate leading NPCs around. Just get the minions involved in combat so they don't choke up the NPCs. And this whole thing could have been solved if the NPCs could just walk through the minions like I can. That would have solved the whole issue. But because they can't, then you have to deal with constantly having to navigate the NPCs around the minions. And it's really frustrating. Alright, that takes care of this mission. And we've been going about a half an hour, and we've had a couple of really long episodes, so I think that will be the end of this episode once we talk to our contact, and then we'll stop here. Okay, so what does he say? He says, the scientists you found told me a great deal, but they were rescued by Blue Steel before I could learn enough. It seems that the devouring Earth had become more docile after my devices went off, exactly the opposite effect that I had wanted. The heroes have no idea why it's happening, but they're more than happy to see it occur. And what's worse, the heroes are taking the opportunity to recover previously devoured people and attempt to transform them back with the captured Rikti biotechnology. They're using my evil plans to use their science to do good, and I will not tolerate that. For a brief moment, I thought I was done with science, but this lights the 3-foot-tall Bunsen burner flame of madness. Yeah, you're psycho. Okay, so we have another mission to do with him, but we will do that next time. Until then, folks, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Villains on the Rebirth server.